Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, beaming out from a little Castaways Beach here in Queensland, Australia. Joined today by Robby D'Angelo. Robbie, g'day, sir. Very warm welcome. Where are you hanging out?
I'm actually coming at you from Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida, right across the other side of the US. We normally fly into UA
Absolutely.
and then get another big silver bird and head over your way. How's the weather right now? You're coming out of
Uh,
spring, right?
well, the weather's
Autumn.
beautiful. We're actually transitioning from summer to fall, but here in Tampa, Florida, it seems like it's summer year round.
Yeah, I know. That's similar where we live. Why would you live anywhere else? Uh, okay, so for those of you who don't know Robbie, he's a best-selling author, international speaker, and he's a mental optimization coach. And we all know that nothing happens in the outer world that's sustainable and successful until something happens in the inner world. Robbie's going to share with us on how to become an undeniable brand. Very interesting. Robbie, our 7 minute starts now. So question number one, who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is really anyone who knows they're meant for more, knows that there's something holding them back from achieving their next level of success.
Right. Perfect. Thank you. And so that's a little already about question number two, which is what is the problem you solve? But you want to share a bit more on that?
Yeah, the problem that I really address is upgrading the mental operating system, which is the limiting beliefs or what's really holding you back from achieving everything you've ever wanted.
Perfect. So question three, and we've got 6.5 minutes left, charging through it. What are some of the typical symptoms that people are going to be experiencing who've got this problem? What's going on in their life or the business where they think, yeah, I need to find out more about becoming undeniable?
Right. The common thing that I hear so much, even though I hate this language, is I just feel stuck. I'm spinning my tires in the mud. I can't seem to get ahead. No matter how hard I work, no matter what I do, no matter what I try, I just never feel like I'm really getting to that next level of my life. That's really probably the number one thing that I
Mm,
see. But there's also that person that's working their butt off and they're achieving success, but they're not having any fulfillment. You and I both know you can have all the monetary success and you can build this incredible business, but unless you're truly fulfilled and happy at the end of the day, there's that missing piece. So that's really the other side of what I do in my business.
very interesting. So you've got the folks that don't seem to be getting ahead, and you've got the folks that actually are doing quite well from looking on from the outside, but are lacking that sense of fulfillment and happiness, perhaps. Thank you for
Correct.
that, sir. A sub question. Do you find with the first category, they often say to you, I see people out there seem to be doing really well, and I don't think they're quite as good as I am. So, like, how come? Do you have
Oh,
that?
you mean the comparison thing? The
Yeah,
comparison
yeah,
thing.
the comparison thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I see that all the time. And a lot of times, like the entrepreneurs and executives I work with, they're missing a few mental tweaks. They're missing a few maybe systems and processes that
Right.
we can put in place to help them work more effective and efficiently.
I love the way you covered both of those things in the one sentence, the mental tweaks and the processes and systems. Two
Hmm.
wings of the same bird. So let's go
Absolutely.
on then. Question four, just under 5 minutes left. What are some of the common mistakes that your clients tell you they made before they found your solution?
The work harder mentality is probably the number one thing that I see with most people that I run into. They're burnout and they have no energy left. I talk about your battery as far as how much energy you have to put in the world. And a lot of times they're just drained.
All right.
They're working so hard. They're so intense that battery is just gone. I see that a lot, but I also see a lot of people that are drowning in priorities where they have so much going on and they've taken so much on their life and they have all these priorities that they have to deal with daily that they're just drowning in them and they can't ever get their head above water.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, sir. Question five, and we've got 4 minutes left. One valuable free action. Can you wheel out like your top tip to help these folks not solve the whole issue? They might need to find out more about working with you for that, but it might take them a step in the right direction.
One of the biggest things that I get people doing right off the bat is just taking action. I find that action breeds clarity. And a lot of
Mm,
times when you're feeling stuck or you're missing that piece that you're looking for to achieve the next level, it's because you've tried all these different things and you feel stuck because you just literally stopped trying things and you stopped taking action.
mm.
So one of the biggest things that I get people to do, and this is a simple hack that anybody can use, is what's the smallest thing I can do right now that I'm 100% control over that'll create a win? And when you create that little small win, you're like, okay, I really do have the confidence to go do this. I start believing in myself again. And then you just ask yourself that question again. And you just keep asking yourself and let that momentum start compounding. And it's a beautiful thing to see happen.
Can you repeat the question, please? Because I think that's genius.
What's the smallest thing that I can do right now that I have 100% control over that will create a win?
See, that's the smallest thing, not the biggest thing.
Smallest. It may be a phone call. It may be an email. It may be sending a text. Like, what's the smallest thing I can do right now to create a win?
So darn clever. Thank you for that. I really think that's absolute genius. It's so simple, and I can feel the power in the question. So folks, sit down, figure out what is the smallest thing you can do right now that'll take you a step forward and do the freaking thing, and feel the energy that comes from that to get something maybe a slightly bigger. Okay, Absolutely. So let's I'm loving this. Question 6. Where can people go to find out more? Valuable free resource. What have you got that we can send people to that are going to find out more about this? Because people are going to want to lap this up.
So I put out a ton of free content on my social media at just Robby D'Angelo, and I'm sure you'll spell that out for him. But I put out a ton of free content there. And also one of my web pages is becomeundeniablenow.com. And it's just kind of, my challenge to people out there to really grab life by the horns and to accept the call that's in their soul to go do something great in this world.
Perfect. So it's Robby, R-O-B-B-Y, D'Angelo, D''Angelo, like the ones in heaven. Thank you, sir. And we've got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. So by the way, folks, just repeating that URL for those who might be listening to this is www.becomeundeniablenow.com. Thanks for that, Robby. Lots of resources there, and make sure you check out Robby on social media. Question number 7, sir. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't? 90 seconds to answer.
The one question you should have asked me is, why can't people do this by themselves? I get that all the time. Like, why do I need a coach? Why do I need a mentor? Why do I need some help in this? And a lot of times what I see when I work with high achievers and successful people, it's what you don't see in the mirror that holds you back. It's those subconscious programs that you have that you're not aware of that are the reasons you keep repeating patterns. It's the reason you keep, self-sabotaging or have imposter syndrome and all these cliche words that people are throwing out nowadays, which really are just limiting beliefs in disguise is all that is. But honestly, it's what you don't see in the mirror that's holding people back. And that's why you need a coach. That's why you need an outside perspective. That's why you need someone in your life that can tell you not what you want to hear, but something that you need to hear.
Right. And it's the same reason why most vehicles have 3 mirrors and not just one.
Correct.
You need someone else to be able to shine the light on you. So, and just think of the top sports stars, the top performers the world around. One thing
they all have them.
They all have a coach. And wow, doesn't success leave clues?
A little bit.
Robby D'Angelo, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for rocking up. Cheers. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.